Hello there. So since we are talking about my workspace, finally today, I thought this would be a good background. Sorry if it's loud, my windows are open, but yeah, it's really hot, so I'm leaving the windows open. I hope you guys can still hear me okay. And then the thing is, I'm using my 40mm lens today, so my camera is kind of further away. So I hope that you guys can hear me okay. Oh, so can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so I have my mic here. The setup is so ridiculous, but my camera, because I'm using my 40mm lens, is quite far away, so I have my mic on my lap. So professional, I know. So today is, I feel like it's a quite long-awaited video because I was actually supposed to create this video, I want to say like before even quarantine, so like back in February-ish, March. But I didn't. Well, I did. The footage I did, but the footage wasn't great. And since then I have acquired a gimbal, which is going to play a big part in creating good footage today. But above and beyond that, I've just added some kind of more exciting pieces to my workspace. So I'm actually glad that I didn't end up posting a video back in February and that I'm doing it now. But essentially today I'm going to be talking about my workspace. So this is my official workspace tour, which, by the way, is actually going to change very soon because I'm moving, and I don't know whether this will go up before or after my first moving vlog, but if it goes up before I am moving, I officially signed a new lease as of last week, so a week ago. So it's very exciting. The problem is, in my new place, my workspace is, I don't think it's going to be as nice because I don't have like I don't have a corner bedroom in my new space, and there's just isn't the same amount of light that comes into the new space. So there's other reasons why I'm moving to the new space, but as far as my workspace goes, I don't think it's going to be as nice, but we shall see what I am able to muster up. But essentially, I wanted to get a good video of my workspace here before I moved so that I can show you guys, obviously, but also so I can kind of remember it because this is my first apartment. It's like my first at-home workspace, and I really love where it is right now and how far it's come from being just like a small like vanity table that I used to have as my workspace. So yeah, very excited to show you guys my workspace, which is behind me right now. So I guess I will start with the table itself. The table is actually, I bought the top part and the stand separate. So the top part is a IKEA tabletop. It's actually meant to be a dining tabletop, which is why it's so large. But I just knew that I needed a really large tabletop because I have my PC and my like double monitor Mac set up here. So I just needed something really wide, really deep, and this was perfect. It actually fits perfectly in this space. It might actually be a little bit big, but I think it fits perfectly. And yeah, I'll put the link to all of the products that I'm mentioning down below for you guys, so if you guys want to check it out. The tabletop will be there, the stand will be there, and everything else I mentioned today will be there. But what drew me to this table wasn't necessarily just the size of it, but it's the color of the wood. Like, I love the color of this wood. It's just this beautiful, warm, neutral color, and yeah, I just absolutely fell in love with how this color looked, how it made me feel, and you'll see later that a lot of the pieces on top are also inspired by the color of the wood. So yeah, love my tabletop. The bottom piece Joel actually got for me for Christmas. It is a stand-up desk. So this tabletop used to just be on regular like IKEA legs, but then he bought me the stand-up desk stand so that I could have a stand-up desk. So thank you very much, Joel. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I stand usually in the morning and then I sit down, and then if like after I eat lunch I get tired, I stand again because I just find that that kind of works for me. And yeah, I like absolutely love it. I love this setup. I'm kind of upset. I'm a little bit upset that I don't think that it will move very well to the new place. Like I don't know if I'm going to be keeping the tabletop because it is quite large. But we'll see. Fingers crossed that I have space for it. So you guys know that I've mentioned this like a couple of times, but I have a PC setup and a Mac setup. So I'm just going to mainly talk about my Mac setup, which is the one directly behind me, because this is the setup that I use the most. The PC setup I feel like Joel actually uses more. I use it a lot when I was streaming, which I don't do anymore, and I use it for shipping, like dealing with shipping and processing for Capsule. But I mean, other than that, Joel uses it mainly for gaming, and then the space behind me is what I usually use. So we'll just dive right into it. I have a 2-screen setup, I guess. I have my monitor, which is a Samsung 4K monitor, and then of course I have my work computer. This is the new MacBook Pro 16-inch. Yeah, it's great. I actually was gonna buy this for my personal computer, but then we had a technology refresh at my work, and they actually replaced our old, I think it was like a 2017 MacBook Pro 15-inch with the brand new with the brand new 2019 16-inch. So I just feel like it's unnecessary for me to go and purchase this for myself now because I have it for work. So yeah, it's great. I absolutely love it. The stands below it, this is actually quite an exciting thing for me to talk about because, and I think this is the very first time that I'm saying this, but these 2 products are actually my very own products that I created with 2 business partners. I almost feel like I didn't want to mention it in this video because I want there to be an official launch video, but I guess this is it. I guess this is the launch video. So 2 partners and I actually decided to create some beautiful Workspace, what am I trying to say, products. Workspace organization products. And so we created a laptop stand and a monitor stand. They are absolutely beautiful. Like, I cannot stress to you enough how lovely these pieces are, and I'm not being biased. Like, I'm not just saying this because they're my products, but they are just amazing, and yeah, I just love them so much. They make my workspace. They truly make my workspace. I love the color of the birch wood. I think it matches the desktop perfectly, and that's what I meant by the desktop. The tabletop actually inspired a lot of the pieces of my desk. These 2 definitely, I love the birch wood. I think it's so beautiful. It's just such a calming natural wood color, and I think that plays a big part in keeping my desk looking not just aesthetically pleasing, but like very visually calming. The brand is called Ankle Studios. We haven't officially launched yet. We're still waiting for the manufacturer that we chose to finish up the finishing touches on the products and quality assurance checks and everything. But these are my like set that I got, and they're beautiful. So the laptop stand has air vents underneath so that of course it keeps your laptop nice and cool. I absolutely love the shape of the laptop stand. I think it's like stunning. It is made of birch wood, and it's super like stable and very, very like high quality. So you're gonna be able to have these pieces for a very long time. I don't want to talk too much about it because again, this is not a launch video for the product, but they're great. Anyways, they're great. They're great. So I've got the laptop stand, and then I have the monitor stand as well in the matching birch wood. You can see that it's actually a little bit short for my current monitor setup because my monitor has a like abnormally long base, but I'm totally fine with it. It's still very stable. Like that extra base honestly doesn't even hold up the monitor. Like it doesn't stabilize it that much more, I think. So yeah, it does peek over a little bit, which I was like, whatever. I wouldn't want the monitor stand to be any longer because then it would take up too much space on the desk. Yeah, I think it works great, and I just absolutely cannot stress enough how much I love how these pieces look on my desk. And I think they would look great on whatever color desk you have, whether you have a white desk, a dark wood desk, a black desk, or a light wood desk like mine. I think it's just such a neutral color that it's virtually gonna look good on any color of desk. So that's also a big reason why I picked this very warm toned birchwood for the first collection. So something else I loved about the monitor stand is that you can actually store stuff underneath it, and that was a huge thing for me because although I have a very like deep and wide desk, I just felt like there wasn't enough storage room, especially because I don't have drawers underneath this desk. So I love that because it hoists your monitor up a little bit, that it creates space underneath for you to hide like cables, for you to store things. For me, this is where I keep this little Muji container where I keep all of my extra hard drives. So past hard drives or like backup hard drives, I keep them all in here. And then I do have like a hand cream and just some various other tools in here. I find that these are often the things that clutter my desk, so having a little thing that I can pull out, put all my clutter in, and hide underneath the monitor stand, it just keeps my area looking a little bit more organized. Beside that, I actually keep two things for my phone. So one is a birch wood phone stand, which is still a work in progress. This is not the final product. There are definitely some tweaks that I want to make to this product before I add it to the first collection with Ankel, but it's good for now. I mean, it was a sample from our manufacturer. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Just ignore it, really, but it's there for me to use when I need it, when I need to like look at my phone and do something on the computer at the same time. Beside that, I have this wireless charger that I actually got from IKEA. It has a cork around it, which I think was meant so that it could fit into, you know, there's like wire holes that are often cut into like desks. It's meant to just squeeze into there so that it doesn't take up any additional room on your desk. But I actually really loved just how the cork looked and how it brings that warmness to the white wireless charger. So I just use it as is, and I think it looks beautiful. Like, I think it looks so fitting with the rest of my desk setup. So I just use it, I just leave it there to put my phone on when it needs to charge. And then the good thing about having a flat wireless charger instead of one that stands is that if I put my phone on the wireless charger and slide it underneath my monitors, that is like my focus time, because it means that I will not be picking up my phone or like glancing at it, especially if it's underneath the monitor stand. So yeah, it's just kind of my way of telling myself like, okay, your phone's on charge, like leave it there and just focus on what you're doing on your computer. On top of the monitor stand, there is actually another little container, and it has a cork lid. This again is from IKEA. I just thought it matched my cork wireless charger really well and the rest of my desk, so I keep that there, and I just keep in there all of my memory cards. I have like some random other stuff like adapters and stuff sometimes, but just whatever like small kind of things that usually are strewn on my desk, I keep it in there to keep it really organized. Plus, honestly, mainly it's for my memory cards, because if I leave them on my desk and I like accidentally knock it off for whatever reason, like I lose memory cards. So having a space, like a dedicated home for my memory cards, really help so that I don't keep losing them. Next to the monitor stand, I actually have this Oakenfort, actually three things from Oakenfort. I have a pencil holder, I have a little marble like tile piece, which I just keep the pencil holder on. I just find that it kind of gives it a more organized look. And then I have this beautiful amber cup holder, or like coaster, not cup holder, coaster. And then I just leave that there for my coffees or for my waters, because the light wood actually is susceptible to like watermarks. So I just make sure that I have a coaster on my desk at all times so that I don't have to worry about it staining or like coffee staining the wood or anything like that. As for the actual tools on my desk, I use all Apple products. So I have my Apple Magic Keyboard. It's great. It's wireless. It charges with a lightning cable. It's really great. I used to have the old version, and then when that broke, I purchased the new version, and I like wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I love my Magic Keyboard /mouse /trackpad setup. So yeah, next to it, my magic trackpad. I actually keep it on top of this calendar notepad that I got from Still Classics. I love the calendar notepad itself, but I actually don't use it as much as I used to. So I kind of started to use it as just a little bit of a lift for my trackpad. I find that when I put my magic trackpad right on my desk, the angle that my wrist sits at when I am using the trackpad kind of leaves me with like a sore wrist at the end of the day. So I put it on top of this pad just to kind of like elevate it a little bit, and I find that that angle works way better for my wrist. I no longer feel like pains after using it all day, so amazing. I love that. And yeah, I think that's really everything. Next to my desk, I have this shelf where I keep a bunch of plants. I used to not have any plants in my room, but I'm really starting to love having greenery in this space. I just find that it's very calming, and I just have to remember to take better care of these plants, because I find that because they're in my room, like I water my plants in my living room and my kitchen pretty often, but in here for some reason I don't water them as much. So I mean, I did pick really resilient plants to be in my room, but yeah, I just like having the greenery around my workspace. And then the shelf itself is from IKEA. It was pretty affordable, I think. I'm gonna put the link. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I'm pretty sure it was like pretty affordable. And what I love about it is that you can actually install these hooks on the like legs of the shelf or the corners of the shelf. And so the hook closest to my desk, I actually just keep my headphones. So these are my Bose QC35 headphones. I know they have an updated QC headphone now, and it's absolutely stunning. We actually purchased it for Joel's brother for his birthday one year. Yeah, it's beautiful, but this one still works fine, so I'm not going to update until this one dies on me, which I don't think it ever will, because Bose creates really great products. I try to keep it pretty minimal, but I won't lie, I definitely cleaned off my desk before I filmed this video. Like usually I have at least 2 notebooks on my desk. This is my bullet journal, but I don't use it as a bullet journal. I kind of just use it as just a regular notebook. But I write all my personal work tasks on there, and then I have a separate Muji notebook here, and it's just a plain Muji notebook that I use for all of my meeting notes and project notes and stuff like that. I usually have pens strewn about, which I put back in the pen holder. I have like wires, like other cables, USB cords, wired headphones for when I don't feel like using my Bluetooth headphones. There's usually quite a mess on my desk, despite me trying to keep it pretty minimal, just because I use a lot of tools. But I pretty much kept everything on my desk that stays there and that I use every single day. I mean, like cords and stuff, I'm sure you guys don't need to see. I obviously did not buy all of these things all at once. That's what I was trying to say. Like it wasn't like as if I moved in here and I was like, okay, I need this and this and this, a laptop, whatever, a shelf, a desk. Like all of these things kind of slowly came together. I used to have a much smaller desk. I used to not have a monitor stand or a laptop stand. I used to not have any storage. I used to not have a magic trackpad or a Apple mouse. It slowly accumulated the stuff on my desk. So I didn't go out and just drop like thousands of dollars to try to build a setup for myself. But now that I have like all of these things, I think this is like my ideal setup. I don't know how else I would want to change it. So yeah, overall, I just think this is like my perfect setup for now, especially with half the table space that I share with my PC. Yeah, it's like, I think it's good. I think it's really good. I think it's really calming space. I think it's a very productive setup. I think it just works well for me. Oh, sorry, the last thing I forgot to mention is the chair that I'm sitting on. This is my newest addition to my workspace. This is actually the Knoll regeneration chair, which retails for I think like $600-700, but I found on Facebook Marketplace for $200. and it's like in great condition. It's actually the seller, they decommission businesses and like offices, I think. So they had, I think, like over 25 of these regeneration chairs for sale. So Michelle and Joel actually picked some up as well. So I bought 3 chairs in total from them, and it is amazing. It is so comfortable, like so comfortable. It's great. I probably would have sooner or later invested in a really nice office chair, but it just so happened that I found this one for such a good price that I had to get it now. So I'm actually really glad that I did, because I spent all my time, like legitimately all my time at my desk every single day. So sitting on a shitty like $100 IKEA chair just wasn't cutting it for my back. And this, let me tell you, is genuinely the most comfortable office chair that I've ever sat on. I've probably sat on more comfortable like lounge chairs and stuff, but yeah, for an office chair, like, this is chef's kiss. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope the audio is okay. I've been trying to talk like more into this mic. Sorry that the mic is clearly visible on screen. I really wanted to have my desk in the backdrop of this video rather than having it the other way, which is, I usually film with my camera on this side and like me against the wall, but I just thought it was really appropriate to film this way today, since I am talking about my workspace. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about my workspace, or if you want to share with me like some of your favorite workspace products. I always am looking for new great products, so yeah, let me know. And also the ankle products, they are not released yet. We are not on sale yet. We are getting close to the launch date, so I definitely will be talking about this a little bit more later on in both my vlogs and maybe in an official video. But if you guys would like to stay updated on the launch of these products, please go into my description box. I'll have a newsletter sign up list for you guys so that you guys can stay updated with the launch of these products. I have been working really hard on trying to get the site up and running. It is a work in progress. I haven't talked about it yet because I really wanted to save it for when it was a little bit more ready, but obviously since I'm filming this video I had to mention it, since they obviously are like 2 very big pieces on my desk. Really excited to be working on this project and to be sharing it with you guys so soon. So sign up for the newsletter and follow me on Instagram. Oh, and follow Ankle Studios on Instagram. The page is super new right now. There's not that much content, but we will be posting all of our updates there. So it's at ankle_studios on Instagram. And yeah, I'm just really excited. It's one of the, like, I guess, secret projects that I've been working on. I guess it's not so secret anymore now that I've mentioned it. More on that soon. Prices, specs, everything very soon. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!